is an SOS call from the Nerd³ HQ. The crew are dead, killed by an overheating Xbox 360. Unfortunately, the only survivor is Wat Fanner. There goes the human race. His only request was for me to bring back the hottest, most gorgeous, sexual, attractive, brilliant human being who ever lived. Sadly, Felicia Day was busy filming a web series, so I brought back Dan instead. I'm Holly, the ship's computer, with an IQ of 6,000, the same IQ as 12,000 Oscar nomination committee members. And now here is the most recent Captain's Log.
Welcome to Nerd³ Podcast episode 9!
Woo! Yeah!
Hi.
Hi.
By the way, I object to that joke.
What joke?
As clearly stated in my blog, Amanda Bynes is the most attractive person, and not Felicia Day.
Well, according to Holly, that's who's more attractive. Should we say hi?
Yes.
Let's say hi. Hi, I'm Dan!
Hi, I'm Wat. And
this is episode 9.
Yes, just to confuse you all, because there is... Episode 8 was recorded, and we've decided it's canon.
Yeah.
However...
We didn't put it up.
Yeah. Well, it was a tad glitchy, and we decided that if you paid for a giant temple, and there were bits of the sort of slightly falling apart and paint's falling off the walls, and it was just a bit crumbly, and you'd go, what the hell? I paid for a temple, and you've given me this half fallen apart thing. But we've decided we're going to hide it somewhere at a later date, so you can discover it, and then you'll be like Indiana Jones discovering it, and then the fact it's a bit flaky just adds flavour to it, and we'll get over the fact that our compressor really didn't like our setup, despite the fact we didn't change it. But
plus, it was a huge podcast.
It was a huge. In fact, if I'm perfectly honest, I think it's our best
one, yeah.
Best one we've done by quite some time. It was about 50 minutes or so, and virtually no editing because there was so much good stuff in there. It was very good.
It was good.
So look forward to that, and we will. I'm sure we'll make an announcement or some clues. You, me, or Frank will probably drop some clues in, and I wouldn't necessarily take anything that Frank says to be legit.
Entirely true.
He might even send you in the wrong direction, but
he does that a lot.
But nevertheless, we will keep you up to date on that. But here we are on podcast episode 9.
Yep. Hello.
What have we got in store, Dan?
Well, we have got the usual stuff.
We've got the usual stuff.
Yeah. Sort of chatting about stuff.
We've got a review. We have
a review
of stacking
of stacking the PSN game, which no one here bloody bought apparently, according to the poll. Like 80-something% of you just didn't know what it was. We're going to inform you.
Yes, I'm going to tell you why it was so brilliant.
Yes, we are.
Spoilers. Damn.
Spoilers.
It's already happened.
Doesn't matter. It's brilliant. 10 out of 10.
We've got. What else have we got? We've got site news, obviously, some questions and answers.
Yep. From the forums. And
just some things to babble about. We've introduced this. You obviously not necessarily having watched these in order. We've introduced some random topics of conversations that I come up with and removed my adventures in Minecraft.
Yep.
For full logic behind this.
I have a small
watch
Minecraft actually. I want to do a quick Dan's adventures in Minecraft.
Well, we can squeeze that in if you'd like.
We'll have to do it.
So, let's start off with some comments from me. Spider-Man's now finally got a name.
Yay!
That is the new Spider-Man films.
Spider-Man 4, as it's not called.
That's because it's not. If we're going by film names, I'm pretty sure there was a film series before the ones that you're talking about.
Was that? I never knew that.
Yeah. You were already watching a reboot.
Oh, well. It was the first live action that was good.
Well, no, because it wasn't.
I've seen old things.
That wasn't what I was referencing. I was just saying it can't be called the first live action that was good until we have a good Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man 2 is the best comic book movie of all time.
Yeah, as long as we use the word movie to mean only Spider-Man 2.
No, Spider-Man 2 is the best. What's better than Spider-Man 2?
Well,
beautiful, perfect story.
Firstly,
Spider-Man 3 was quite shit, but yeah, Spider-Man 1 was great, Spider-Man 2 was brilliant.
Okay, so you want a movie that's better than Spider-Man 2. I would give you any of the X-Men movies.
No, I didn't like them as much.
Batman...
No.
Batman Returns.
Possibly Batman
Begins.
Not Batman Begins, that was boring. I don't like Batman, though.
And I'll give you the Batman The Dark Knight. I will give you that one. Even though it's not one of my favourite, it is still much better.
Exactly the same greatness
in fact,
Batman.
Batman Forever is even better than Spider-Man 2.
I don't like Batman.
I'll give you Batman and Robin, truly awful, and Spider-Man 2 beat it.
See, the thing about
Iron Man films, Daredevil.
Iron Man is good. It's not Spider-Man 2 quality. I'm going to put this in a poll. Which is the best film? Spider-Man 2 or any other comic film? Spider-Man 2.
It's not.
It is. But no, the thing about Batman that
for one thing, Tobey Maguire can't act to save his life.
He's in a Spidey suit. The thing that annoys me about Batman is he goes, I'm the world's greatest detective. He's the world's greatest detective. Yeah, if I had see-through everything vision and a belt that did everything, I'd probably be the world's greatest detective as well.
That's not sorry.
That's
not Batman's thing at all. Batman's thing isn't that he's the world's greatest detective. Batman's thing is that he's the only incorruptible, or he's the incorruptible force in the corrupted society. It's all about corruption and about fighting corruption. It's a much deeper thing than let's just have some superpowers. It's about the trials of humanity.
The game brought that out with punch thug, punch other thug, punch thug, punch thug. I did quite like the combat, but then again,
it was fun. That was more about playing with fear and the sort of that psychological element.
Some poor bastard somewhere rendered textures for that game, and he didn't need to bother, because it's sort of like you've got dark textures which make the game look really cool, or win button, and that's all it was. It was the press this button to win.
I have to admit, I did go out sometimes, but I will also agree that I only spent about a third of the game in the game's graphics.
Precisely.
And 2/3 in X-ray vision.
And those were boss battles.
No, I also used them just for when you're in a brawl. I actually found it easier not to have the see-through vision on, but I found that when you're in any stalking or puzzle sections, it was much more. Yeah, there were bits, sort of the more platformy bits. How do I get from A to B and things, and the.
Oh yeah, and you kept falling off,
or the
and then magically teleporting.
I didn't find that happen very often.
I don't like regenerative health anymore.
I do. I love it.
I don't.
Anyway, I think that we can postpone that to next week. If you want to know about regenerative health,
we'll
put that in next week's podcast.
Regenerative health, because I want to do quite a bit of a. It has.
Anyway, I was saying.
No, screw it. Why not? We'll do it now. There's only a few things I want to say. Regenerative health, I think, is one of the worst things to happen to video gaming.
I think it's one of the best.
The best things to happen to video game design.
Carry on.
Because in video game design, if you know that people's health regenerating, you can constantly give them a constant force of this many enemies coming at this much time, and you know that they're going to have full health because they probably sat down. If they didn't, then they're all prepared. But having to scour the map for that medipack and then finding it after trying for your death is much more fun, because you only get a few seconds of that.
No, I disagree.
It really adds to the, I'm going to die.
No, I disagree, and I disagree because basically if you spend hours and hours searching for health packs and things, it's just a pain in the arse. And as you pointed out, it becomes really annoying because you then get sections of games which can be really easy or really hard just depending on how much spent. It's basically sort of crap leveling. Only with health.
Yeah, but I liked Uncharted 1. How Uncharted 1 did it, where it was a luck system, and it was his luck gradually wearing away, and then he would get shot and die. Whereas in Uncharted 2, he just took infinite bullets.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying. But I did like...
But I didn't like Uncharted 1 just in general. Though I kind of liked that concept, but...
I like the, luck slowly wearing away, and then, I've been shot.
What else was there? But... Yeah, basically I like it, because I like, the Prince of Persia, where you have, infinite health, and as long as it's sort of small sections, it's... I
like dying in games. I like a game to challenge. If the game goes, if you fall off there, you'll die. Oh, what happens? We'll put you back there. But I want at least...
you're sadistic.
I'm
like sorry.
A challenge.
There's a difference between being sadistic and liking a challenge.
But that fear of, if I bugger this bit up, I'm going to have to go all the way back there and do that bit, which I struggle with again, and I've only got 3 goes at that. So I'm quite likely to have got this far. So let's try this. Oh, I've done it. Great feeling euphoric. Instead of, oh no, I fell off. Oh no, I fell off. Oh no, I fell off. I'll get it one time. Oh no, I fell off.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right?
Oh no, I fell off.
I find the majority of the times when I fall off, it's the game's fault. And then I just end up breaking the game's discs.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
that's
going,
only
you
'cause
bastard.
You're talking about Prince of Persia, the new one, which was rubbish.
Actually, that's not the case I'm talking about. I'm talking about, old Ratchet and Clanks and things where I've said, my God, how much better did these things get when they had infinite lives and things and infinite infinite regeneration and only put you back. I've never said, God, I wish they'd pushed me back further. I've regularly gone, you've pushed me back that far in a game. Okay, I'm not playing you anymore. That's why. If you look at my game collection, all of my old games I haven't completed, and I've started to complete some of the newer games. That's because they just piss me off when they go, "Oh, we're gonna make you do something." Oh no!
It's like games that auto jump for you. What kind of game goes?
I agree with this.
You probably won't be able to automatically jump. To be fair, every single game
jumping
should
be a button.
Every single game should have jump, apart from Bionic Commando, or any game which has gone, I don't jump.
Stacked doesn't jump.
So that's fine. There's nothing to jump on. But unlike an open world game, you've got no jump. What was the one I was just? I think it was. What was it? Was it Mafia that didn't have a jump? And there's me going, because when you don't have a jump, you feel so locked to the floor.
There is something really stupid about it.
I'm so tense. I just want to get off this floor for 5 seconds. Just jump. Whee! I feel great now, but jumping is great.
I agree. I'm not sure I'd go quite so far as to say that every game has to have a jump, but I certainly agree that the running and auto jumping when you hit a ledge is the most stupid system ever. It takes out all the precision that you get from those games, and it's a bit like the Metroid auto aiming in a sort of, you just press the fire button and hope it hits something. And sometimes you're auto aiming. Sorry, that's other M, as opposed to the other ones where you have control over where you shoot.
The thing is, people always complain that games have got a lot easier. It's not. Games have got a lot less shit.
I agree with this.
Games used to be really hard because people didn't know how to design games. Now people know how to design games. Let's design some difficult ones, and not ones that are like really difficult, like Demon Souls, which wasn't actually that difficult, as long as you learnt how to block and dodge, but also was really badly designed. So,
yeah, basically my comment is that I like the respawning because I find it's regularly more of a thing to do with bad game design, and I don't really like that overly punishing set you all the way back. And quite frankly, I'm paranoid enough about dying that just dying by itself is enough of a failure to set me back without there having to be anything in particular. And I like just going with the flow. I like games more as mood pieces rather than giant challenges, unless it's a puzzle game.
I like playing games on hard.
Yeah, I know, but that's just, stupid. I've got more time than sense for options.
I don't have more time than sense. I get through games sometimes quicker than you.
Valve
have announced that Portal 2 is going to be the same difficulty as Portal 1 by the end of it. To me, that just says...
Yeah, they said that age... but that wasn't... I feel that should have gone further.
Yeah, it's just they're going... Because Did you ever play Portal Prelude, which was
No.
It was a mod, and it was like another 16 levels, and it was designed by people that understood Portal. It was one of those really vindictive puzzles.
Anyway, to come to the end of this section and to wrap everything up. So yeah, basically, I think that the idea of calling the new Spider-Man film The Amazing Spider-Man is good because, firstly, it stops that, which Batman films come under which continuity. You sort of have to know these things beforehand. I say this particularly coming from a Transformers background where there are a million continuities, and it's very hard to tell which comic books, particularly in the comic book series, there's about 500 continuities, and it's always really tricky that unless you've really done your research. It took me a good half a year to actually learn what all the continuities were and exactly what fell into which one. Because otherwise you're just there going, so what does this... I don't know. So the fact that it's called The Amazing Spider-Man, so all other games can be called or all other films can be called The Amazing Spider-Man, Return of the Jaggerath, or whatever it is. I think that's a nice. I think that's a nice evolution for the titling system.
See, I have a question.
However,
I have an important question about his suit.
Yeah, go for it.
He appears to have metal things on his wrists.
Yes.
Which I assume is for his web stuff.
Yes.
Why didn't Spider-Man get... I don't know very much. I only know the films.
Only in the films.
Yeah.
That's the only place that he's had web stuff stuck on his...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I much prefer that idea.
The point was that Spider-Man is actually a scientist and a bit more of a geek, and they always portray him as a geek, both with his wonderful photography abilities, but he also has part of he has this relationship with his father, and his father was working on the web fluid, and he worked on it himself. So there was that sort of larger geeky element, and then they could also have the problems of the they could then limit his powers. It was a way of them controlling, so they could take away his powers. But unlike in Spider-Man, where it's going, "Oh no, I'm just not creating it," and they're going, "Really?" He could have things like, "Oh no, I broke my web shooters," and things. Which, although it's exactly the same effect, plausibility and annoyance does change a bit.
Wasn't that a bit of the mask where he stops being able to wear the mask? I quite like that. The not having your powers because you don't believe in it. That may have been from the TV series of The Mask. Never mind. That was my mind burping. But
anyway,
so what powers does he get then when he gets bitten by a spider?
Well, he can climb walls. He has super sensitivity, and he's become super buff. He's got sort of strong muscles and things.
Fire web. Oh, that's the coolest bit, though.
Yeah, but then anyone can do it. It's so much cooler. Well, no, because you also need to have high reaction times, and he has heightened reaction times. But he's not even the only person, because Venom and Carnage, and there are quite a few people with similar type web abilities.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and I mean, it all depends on how they play with it, but often that was a nice step of his progression, him learning how to do that, and almost to an extent, the radioactive spiders, just pure luck, and that way he actually earns some of his abilities, as well as, I've always quite liked it in the continuities where I've seen it, so.
It would make for a great game if only Activision wasn't making it.
Possibly.
And it isn't free roaming.
Anyway, my comment was,
Spider-Man
I sort of like
2.
that.
Spider-Man 2 also had the best ever movie tie-in as well. Just as a point. Spider-Man 2, the game, best movie tie-in. In fact, it's in Yahtzee's top 5 games of all time.
I will concede this point.
Love that game so much. If you've never played Spider-Man 2, get it on PS2 or GameCube or whatever else was out then.
It was
brilliant. Don't get the PC version. For the love of God, don't get the PC version. It's an entirely different game, and it's horrible.
It was a very good game. Anyway, moving on to our next section.
Hooray! What's that?
I don't know. Do you want to do the review, questions and answers, or your adventures in Minecraft?
Or site news.
No, site news comes at the end.
Well,
the only thing we've established is the site news comes at the end.
And the intro comes at the start. My adventures in Minecraft ties in with site news. So.
Okay, so we'll put those both at the end.
Yeah.
So, questions and answers or review? I think we'll do the review. So, it should be mentioned that Dan hasn't played this very much.
I played a bit.
I said very much.
I played 5 minutes.
He's been building a forum, so he's been pretty busy.
I haven't played the stacking because I've been looking after the forum. Go to the forum, it's great. We'll welcome you, there's cookies and everything.
Unfortunately it's going to be predominantly me. So, stacking. Downloadable game, Double Fine, Tim Schafer, all good things.
Yep.
Babushka doll-based games, not enough of them.
If you don't know what Babushka doll is, it's those small dolls that fit inside, like the Orbi one. Not Orbi, the cylindrically sort of, with Japanese, not Japanesey, you describe it.
They're basically Russian stacking dolls.
Yeah, the ones that fit in, the small one to another one to another one to another one to another one.
Yeah. I'm sure they can Google it. If they're really that much in need.
What if you're cycling on your bike right now, Jonathan? Please let that freak someone out.
Okay.
Someone called Jonathan has just fallen off their bike in the future. How cool am I?
Well done. You just permanently scarred someone for life by breaking their legs.
I've just killed someone.
So, yes, stacking. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Of course you did. It's a Tim Schafer game. It's not Brutal Legend.
Although it's not my favourite adventure game, I do think it is the best. I will explain that now. What Tim Schafer games or Double Fine games normally have as a sort of huge strength of them is sort of wonderful scripts. The problem, of course, here is that it's very text-heavy.
Yep. No
and
talking.
They hate dyslexics. So people like me who have to read things, it's all too fast. So it didn't take long for me just to stop caring. And then because of the game has really good puzzles in it, that I spent so much time focusing on the puzzles that after about the first 10, 20 minutes, I stopped caring about the text. So although I prefer some of the more text or games with voice acting and things like that, and there are lots of games that I really enjoy them for, and this game I possibly could care for that, but it didn't quite do that for me. As in, it's not that the script wasn't any good; it was just that it was so hard to get it.
It was hard. It was badly presented to you.
Yes, it was badly presented.
I loved it.
The script itself was actually probably quite nice, but it was so hard for me to get hold of. And even though they had sort of a scrolling window so you could read things that had gone up, that was really hard to navigate too. It was really very tricky.
There was no disabled access, was there?
Yeah, basically.
They should have a voice track just to coincide with disabled access.
I would even be happy if it was just one person reading everything in a sort of, one person... Well, no, sort of how you have sort of books where one person reads the book but does all of the voices.
Yeah.
And they'll put some style into the voice, but essentially it's the same person.
If a little Bushka doll came up in the corner and started signing with the unmovable hands, just sort of like, oh, can't quite move.
Yes, that would be very funny. That can go in stacking too.
Never make a sequel. Never make a sequel, Tim Schafer. Do something, move on.
But anyway, like I said, this is the best adventure game in far as mechanics as I've ever been happy with. Because, big problems you have with adventure games is you want to limit the person as much as possible. Now, it sounds crazy, but you actually want them to only be able to do as little as possible so that they have to find the solutions that you want. Because adventure games run into the danger of giving you too much, and then you spend forever just going, oh, here's an idea of how to solve this thing. And because they're only ever accepting one solution, you spend forever with all these sort of, or you know what you want to do, but you find it really hard to do because you're going, use this on me, or eat this, and there are just lots of different variations of trying to do the same things. And, basically they did away with all verbs because each babushka doll can only do one action.
Just a quick point that I want to ask.
Go for it.
In the puzzle because I've only done the first puzzle, in the puzzle that I did, I had to use 3 unique ones to complete the puzzle. Do you have to use unique ones every time to complete the puzzle, or can it be any?
Mostly it's unique dolls, but not always.
Okay, good.
But yes, so there is that sort of, working out what your tools are, and they're generally pretty good at it. There's the multiple solutions is brilliant, because it means that, going back to our previous discussion, that it means that you can basically, if you can think of a solution, it probably works. And then it means you can complete the game really easily, and then you only get that sort of, how the heck, what on earth are they looking for, sort of on your 3rd or 4th version of trying to solve the problem. So that's a really nice thing, in that you never at any point, if you get really stuck, you can just move on generally, because anyone worth their salt should be able to work out one of the solutions.
Yeah, having 3 solutions does make the game easy without giving it away. It gives you the options of completing it.
Yeah. So that's...
I like that in puzzle games, you've done it this way, okay, do it again. Scribblenauts was good for that as well, apart from the dodgy controls.
But anyway, sticking to this game, this was very good.
It has... something I want to say, stacking, the controls, the moving you around, apart from the fact that it gets you sick if you're not playing it, is really nice. It's good controls. Double Fine tends to be a bit stiff in their gameplay.
Like I said, movement, game design was all perfect with this game. It was looks fantastic.
Tim Schafer, just build
I'll tell you what. These were my problems. One of the biggest problems you have with adventure games is bad bits of logic, things that you're supposed to know, and sort of there's just no earthly way where you're supposed to, how you could actually know that. I only found 4 occasions where this happened in this game.
Moon logic.
And I'm now going to tell you what some of these stupid pieces of logic are.
Spoilers.
Well, yeah, this is spoilers.
Just do one.
No. I'm going to do this because this is spoilers, but this is spoilers which you shouldn't need. These are things that you are just illogical. One of them, and this is the one I'm going to be most cryptic about. One of them, you actually have to kill a character to save someone. Now, that's just insane. When you go, you can't do something because you'll be dead, and then the solution is to kill yourself. I was not happy with that, and I felt that was perfectly reasonable for me not to have solved that by myself. There is a hint system, and it was only these 4. Actually, there was a 5th occasion where I knew what I was trying to do, but it turned out I needed to... I did something silly, and it was really late at the night, and I had solved it. I just hadn't worked out the process of the solution. But yeah, there were the four problems. So one of them was killing yourself, which I didn't like. There's not a kill yourself button, and you will have to work out the more clever way. So I will leave most of it open for you. But there was that. There was a section where there were two parts, and the first part made perfect sense. And then there was a person who you had to make vulnerable was really clever, and I'm not going to tell you how to do that. And then once you'd made him vulnerable, you had to hug him. I have no idea how this was. Why is a hug sort of so dangerous? I maybe I missed a clue in the text somewhere, but that just seemed like a really stupid, illogical thing. And then the one that got me twice. Okay, maybe this is just a common known fact that has never cropped up in my life, but have you ever known that all owls and pigeons love soup? Apparently, if you put soup out, all birds and pigeons will come and flock around you.
Yeah, everyone.
And not only that, but they'll bathe in the soup as well.
Makes sense.
Yeah, twice I've run into the problem of the how the hell do I get... once was the how the hell do I get pigeons? I need to get hold of some pigeons, and I couldn't quite work out how I was going to do that. And what I needed to do was walk over to them with some soup. That really annoyed me.
Did you walk over just staggering?
Yeah, and the other one was how do I corrupt some soup? And it was walk by some birds, and they will obviously, bathe themselves in it. And you're just there going, really? So yeah, those are spoilers, but those are stupid spoilers. However, luckily, like I said, even ignoring those 4 stupid exceptions, you can play the whole game and get to the end of the game easily without all of those. Incidentally, brilliant ending. The final puzzle is...
I'll be honest though,
probably one of the funniest bits of the whole game.
with Moon Logic, the Back to the Future game's had a few cases of that already, in my opinion.
I still haven't played it yet. It's only just come out on the PlayStation Network at the moment.
Yeah,
It all seemed pretty logical from what I played of the demo just before you came.
It's okay.
Sort of.
Right.
I don't know. I'm happy to do more about... If you don't mind prolonging this till next week,
yeah.
I'll do a proper Back to the Future talk with you.
We'll chat about it then. Part 2 should be out soon, so...
Not for me.
Oh.
PSN users.
Woo, big up the PC users in it, blood.
So yeah, basically, absolutely fantastic.
By stacking.
If you're making an adventure game, you should certainly study this and see what they did right, because there was an awful lot they did right. And
by stacking.
I'll be honest, even though you say they shouldn't really be doing things, I'd actually be quite happy with more stacking, because it was
DLC,
it was so brilliant.
Fine. No sequels.
Probably more as a DLC than a sequel. Yeah.
Same thing you did with Costume Quest.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And that's sort of the same size game. Right. One thing we do need to talk about Tim Schafer.
We do need to talk about
We'll
Tim
mention
Schafer.
this now.
Yeah.
Well, should we try and get
Tim
excited?
Schafer has made a new game.
He's making a new game!
And if that was not good enough, he's also making a new game for Sesame Street for the Kinect.
Yay.
Never has my upon hearing that sentence, my heart sort of goes so high and then drops.
I drop at Sesame Street, though.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean...
Because, right, here's the thing. I love Sesame Street. Bloody brilliant. Genius.
Agreed.
Concept of ultimate brilliance. All Muppet creations are. But Tim Schafer's and Double Fine's quality is making unique, interesting universes.
Agreed, yes.
They shouldn't touch someone
Game
else's
mechanics
stuff.
is generally not their strong point.
Yeah, they shouldn't go for someone else's stuff.
I agree, and also I'm not really sure I want them on handheld not handheld motion consoles.
Well, I don't really care about
that. I think they struggle enough with basic commands often, and
that's fine. See, that's fine. It's the sheer. Right, all the Tim Schafer's
I
games,
accept what you're saying.
You see a screenshot of a Tim Schafer game, you go, right, that's Stacking, or that's Psychonauts, that's Brutal Legend, or
that's
true.
Monkey
Monkey Island. Instant recognition. There is no doubt on it. You show me a picture of any other game, you're going to go, oh, is that Call of Duty? Is
it's
that
not generic. Yeah, it's not those. Yeah, it's not that.
But if you go, it's Tim Schafer and Double Fine, they should have They shouldn't play with other people's stuff. They make their own brilliant, beautiful stuff. Why the hell would they want to go and do something else?
I agree.
It's true. Also, they recently had a fight with Activision.
Recently?
Quite a while ago. Do you remember
Ages ago.
The shouting match between Bobby Kotick and Tim Schafer? Tim Schafer going, yeah, he's a dick.
Anyway, so basically our conclusion is stacking is fantastic.
By stacking, by everything by Tim
You should
Schafer.
certainly look at it if you're if you're looking to develop a game, if you're looking to have fun, certainly play it. It's very good fun.
If you like video games.
Adventure games in general, that is, like I said, it's a wonderfully made game, and perhaps if you're not dyslexic, you can enjoy the script too, but I can't speak to that. So, that moves on to questions and answers.
Questions and answers.
You got questions, we got to answer them. Questions and answers. Woo! Also, I suppose we should now point out that if you want questions, put them on the mailbag list on our forums.
Yeah, it's called podcast questions.
Okay, put them in podcast
in the Nerd³
questions.
discussions. We haven't even announced we have forums yet, by the way.
Yes, we have. We
Last
clearly
one.
did in the hidden deleted scene, which we claimed is canon, so we have.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, we have forums. Go to the Nerd³ forums, register. It's fun. It's kind of, we just chat, and it just gives me something to do. Like shout at you all, go, "Rrr," and I've got rules. We have rules, but no search function because that was breaking my database, so I have to fix that. Anyway,
question and answers.
Questions and answers. Yeah, we did that.
Okay, so questions and answers.
Woo!
First question comes from Phoenix.
Woo!
Who wants to know about spaghetti bolognese? Was that right? Spag bowl? Something along those lines. It was. He wants to know the recipe for the perfect spag bowl.
Yes. My perfect spag bowl that I make. Okay, for the perfect spaghetti bolognese, you need 2 tins of tomatoes, some Liam Perrins, some mustard, some ketchup, some onions, finely chopped, garlic, mashed. Everything else you have in your cupboard at the time, just put all that in the sauce. Fry up the onions and the garlic, pour the sauce on. Fry up the onions and garlic, put some mincemeat in, whatever flavour you want, lamb, cow, pig, horse.
Corn.
Fuck off.
Just giving it as an option.
Corn is never an option. Corn is like, oh, got meat.
We did say perfect, didn't we?
I was once given, my mum once went, have some corn. She didn't go with corn. She went, have spag bowl. And she was like, it's corn. You'll never know it's corn. And I spent the rest of the night throwing up. Okay?
I see.
Corn isn't an option. So you fry up the garlicky, mincy stuff. You fry up the mince. And then you put in the sauce. And then you cook it all up nice. You do the pasta. And then you fling it into a tree.
It's just not real spag bowl if you don't.
You've got to fling it into the tree. And if it sticks, that means the tree is perfectly grown.
Okay, I
cool.
hope that works for you, Phoenix.
Yeah, I hope that's the answer. See, I'm not telling you my secret recipe. Mwah!
But that's possibly because your secret recipe isn't perfect.
No, of course it's not.
He only asked for the perfect one.
Well,
okay, next question.
Next question.
Comes from Tipper 213. 123? 213. I see what you did there, trying to tip me up.
1 3 1 2.
Oh, your clever numbering system. Anyway, Tipper of some number would like to know where babies come from.
We do have quite a young demographic, so we should say a bit.
So yeah.
Well, basically,
when a mummy and daddy love each other very much,
they go on the internet and they find stalk services for delivery.
Yeah.
And they wait and they hold hands and they wait by the window, and then over the horizon comes the beautiful stork carrying the little bag in his beak, and then he flies down and lands and he drops the bag, and it's filled with sex toys and lube and great things, and they have a massive 3-way orgy, so nobody knows who the dad is, apart from the baby has feathers.
It is actually a well-known fact that 50% of people walking around today were born from stalks.
You know that some people are extra nice to cuddle up to, and you don't quite know why. It's because they're actually feathers inside.
Oh.
I love that as a concept. Just some people a bit downy.
They are. Okay, our next question comes from Obsidian Link. He'd like to know where did you first find out about Minecraft?
Ooh. Years back, millions of years back. I remember Minecraft when it was all fields. It was all fields around here. Sure, it was all fields. It was little. I remember when you used to be able to spawn mobs of like the main character, and you could just spawn him. That was quite far into my play as well. I remember when it was called what was it called before it was alpha and beta? It was way back. Yeah, I've been playing it for quite a while. I keep it up to date with the indie scene because I think indie games are more interesting. So I've been playing it since late 2009, probably. I've no idea when it came out. Was it out there? Maybe.
I have no idea. I can answer that question. I found out about it when Dan said, "Hey, I've made a website and it's got Minecraft comics on." I went, "What's Minecraft?" And he went, "Oh, yes, it's this."
And bought you a copy.
And then bought me a copy, which I played for the first podcast. And
Never again.
then Dan said, "That's really boring when you just talk and go on like that. Stop doing that." So I stopped doing it.
Yep. Anyway.
There's a sequel to this question.
Sequel, or is it DLC expansion?
It could be a DLC expansion because it has been included in the same block. So we'll call it DLC expansion if you'd rather.
Yeah.
The follow-up question is, what made you want to make a Minecraft comic?
Several things. I have always done quite a fair bit of machinima work. I like machinima as a concept, but it's always quite tricky. And a machinima-based comic was a good idea, I felt. And I went for Minecraft because it had that level of scenery customization. I sacrificed the amount of energy I could put into characters and the amount of animation I could put into characters for being able to design sets for it. Because very few games would let you design the sets. You have to sort of deal with what they've got. So I went for it that way. What?
Little Big Planet.
No, you see, because Little Big Planet I can't get screenshots off.
True.
Really easily. And it's got that ease of boot it up, do the thing, go. Also, Minecraft's really popular. And people would just randomly Google Minecraft webcomic and find me.
It's very nice.
Hope so. Anyway. That's all. That's the reason.
That's the end of our questions.
That's the end of questions. If you had asked questions for episode 8, try and find it, because they're on there. We're not doing them again. We've answered them once.
We have.
Including, I think, a major thing that I really wanted to get clarified.
Yeah.
Which was, can people die?
And if you want to find the answer out to that, search for the hidden episode.
Yeah, or in a few comics' time, vote to kick Alan into the lava pit.
There we are.
If he's not already dead by this point. Whenever we put this one up.
Yes. So, where are we going from?
Why didn't you guys go for the scary place? I had such a cool plot lined up for the scary place, and now it's gone.
You're annoyed at that, are you?
I'm a little bit annoyed. I really wish they went to the scary place. To be fair, the thing I have here is cool and carries the plot on, but the other one was going to be a bit of a tangent for a while that was actually really interesting. We may go back.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yes, I have had this discussion. Yes.
It's quite an interesting tangent.
I think it was probably better for them that they didn't, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
It'll actually fit better later on.
We'll work it out.
We'll work it out.
Well, you will.
I don't know who the voice is. Oh, sorry, I do know who the voice is. But I'm not entirely sure where they're going to meet up with the voice yet. Oh, should we go on to slight news? Yeah?
Your adventures in Minecraft.
Yeah, well, my adventures in Minecraft.
Dan's adventures in Minecraft. Dan's adventures in Minecraft. Dan's adventures in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Fine enough.
That's good enough.
Go for it.
My adventures in Minecraft. I've been building something. You'll find out what it is next Friday.
That's as bad as me saying I'm not telling.
Well, I am telling, and you'll see it next Friday.
Dan's adventures in Minecraft. Dan's adventures in Minecraft. Dan's adventures.
Woo. I'm in Minecraft. Yeah.
Site news.
Yeah, remember, guys, Saturday and Sunday will be full comic days, proper normal comic. There's no Frank. He's on holiday at the moment.
Does that mean mine aren't going up?
Yeah, we're going to have to... I've got to skip a bit because I want Comic 100 to be on Friday. I want this big reveal to be Comic 100. Will it be Comic 100? Not this Friday coming up.
You just want to beat me
Friday.
Again, don't you? Because I'm on 110.
Shut up.
Well, they're going,
binary.
I could take 110.
Yeah, binary.
Yep.
But no, we have the big reveal for Comic 100. It's nice. I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited. I'm quite glad you went this way because it would have been a bit of a damp squib the other way. Damp squib. Damp squid. It's squib. Squib's right. Squib's right. Squid's wrong. I said squib. Yeah, Yeah, so that's the thing. We also have forums now. Up there. Look, I'm pointing upwards. Up the top on the bar, it says forums. Go click it, go join. Come chat with us. I answer a lot of questions and chat about stuff on there. So if you want to get to know me or Frank, Watt's not on there because he's a douche.
I'll get round to it, I'm sure.
He'll get around to it. He's busy. And to be fair, he is a French shower. So
actually, I'd like to address this. I am sorry that I'm not more active in the community. The big problem is, as has been said, I read incredibly slowly, and it takes me even longer to write. And it's actually a bad idea for me to generally post things because it sort of needs to go through someone else to double check all of my spellings and all of my writing. I know I'm a writer who can't actually write.
Yeah.
That's why I have a writing partner. I'm an ideas man.
Me too.
So it becomes problematic with me sort of being really active in the community because it takes so much time for me. So I do actually read all of those comments, even though I don't comment. Anything with me as a title.
It's true.
I don't always read all the comments on the comics. I'm sorry.
It's true. But does that disprove the fact that you're Frank, like everyone seems to think? When will people understand Frank is an entirely different person called Frank, and he's a zombie?
I know. It's clearly
Seriously,
not me.
Guys. We have another bit of silence. We now have in the About, we have a About Us section. That'll be up by Friday. Go read that.
We either will or it will be coming soon.
You can see a picture of Frank as he actually looks.
Yes.
So we're going to reveal the big secret of who Frank is. That's up there. He's a zombie. Get over it.
I took a very nice photo of myself just yesterday.
You did.
Just for it.
I'm thinking of black and whiting it, but I'm not sure.
I was thinking about black and white.
Because
I was thinking of sepuing it.
No, I think it should be black.
But
mine's black and white, and
against
Frank's one looks a lot better in black and white. So I'm thinking of black and whiting you up. We'll find out.
Black and whiting me up just sounds really bad.
Minstrels.
Well, just know there's a colour version of the photo if it does go up in colour, in black and white.
For you ladies who may be interested.
They all know I only have eyes for Amanda, so
you don't want to put that out there.
Put it out there.
Put it out there, boy. Yeah, hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day. Going to Frank, crying alone.
I like it's not love if it doesn't have binoculars on.
It doesn't involve binoculars.
I was really proud of that.
That was a great line. Well to write it. Way to write it. I mean, wait for me to write. Wait for Frank to write it.
Well done, Frank.
Freudian slip, or on purpose. You will decide. I'll put a poll up. I was going to put a poll up something. I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. Right, that's I can't think of any more site news. We have a forum. Go play with the forum. That updates comics this weekend. Friday, I think, should be Comic 100 if I've done my math right. Probably haven't. Math? The hell am I, American?
I know, I cringed.
I'm buying a graphics tablet. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I've seen I think it's Bamboo or something, and so far people have recommended it, and it's quite cheap at the moment, so I'm thinking of getting it. Because I can actually draw. Surprise. That'd be great. Because I have done a few sketches of Frank recently, just sitting in his pit, and they're actually coming out quite well. I'm like, ooh, and I'm just giving them styling and stuff. I may give those away a prize. I think I might do slightly variant prize. Ooh,
maybe. T-shirt competition's coming to an end
T-shirt competition
soon.
Comes to the end. Yep.
That's what you've
That's
forgotten.
the thing I forgot. And then we will run one more T-shirt competition for this design. We're going to keep alternating the designs.
Oi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this design has the T-shirt ones you can... We may sell T-shirts at some point, but that'll be something I've actually drawn because I don't want to use copyrighted material. And the actual them being there, although it's in the Gary's mod version, I don't want to risk it. But for competition winning, I don't mind giving those away. So it'll be something cool. If you've got any suggestions for T-shirts and things, let me know.
Merc.
Wow. Right, I think that's everything.
Yes. Thank you very much for listening, everybody.
Yeah. God, that's a struggle, wasn't it?
It is, yes.
Yep.
Thank you for listening. For those of you who did stick throughout, all of us.
Yep. Sorry to Jonathan for falling off his bike.
All be nice and friendly, and tell people about our stuff.
Yeah, spread the word. Tweet Notch and the developers of Minecraft stuff. Maybe they'll retweet it. We can get some more people. Because the more people that read the comic, the more effort I put into it. Ooh,
yes, me too. So that's all really nice.
Yep.
Yeah, do that. Thank you very much, and we will now serenade you with
Red Dwarf
a
theme
small
tune.
song from Red Dwarf.
It's cold
outside, there's no kind of atmosphere. I'm all alone, more or less. Let me fly far away from here. Fun, fun, fun.
Down
in the sun, sun, sun.
Down.
I want to lie, shipwrecked and comatose, sipping fresh mango juice, goldfish shows, nibbling at my toes. Fun, fun, fun.
Bow.
In the sun, sun, sun.
Down.
Fun, fun, fun. In the sun, sun, sun.
Down.
Bum.
Down.
Bum.
Down. Oh, we could not sing.
No.
See you later. Jesus Christ. Glad I'm wearing good underwear. Oh shit, that's going on at the end. Right. Off to a flying start with this podcast.
He always makes that joke.
Just edit those in.
Just
Well,
bad.
keep the joke in for once.
No. Until you make a good joke, it's not going in.